All right, rhythm guitarist. So you have a very essential foundational job, and if you mess it up, we're gonna mess the whole song up. So let's not mess it up. The chords aren't hard at all, except maybe just one, which we've done before. So every chord here we've pretty much done before. You're gonna have some super duper crazy easy chords. It's unbelievable how easy it is. But where the money is for this progression is in the rhythm, okay? We want to really give it that swing jazz feel. So that's gonna sound. Alright, notice how I'm having a long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. And that's going to be our rhythm throughout all our different sections. So first up, we need to know our sections. We have our intro, then we have our A section, our B section, another A section, and a C section, then our outro. So we have an A, B, A, C format, okay? A, B, A, C with an intro before the A section and an outro after the C section. So A, B, A, C is our main meat. The intro is our appetizer and our outro is our dessert, all right? So with that, we need to know our main rhythm. So we're gonna go to our intro rhythm, but let's start off with our main rhythm. Our main rhythm is gonna be a long, short, long, short, long, short on every single chord. And that's gonna be from the A section to the B section to back to the A section and then to our C section, okay? So let's try and really get that. There are a couple of ways you can do this, different ways. So pick whichever one works best for you. The first one, which is probably the easiest way to get this, is to use your thumb. So we're gonna start off on a C chord, all right? Then we're gonna have an E7 chord. So that's ring finger, second fret of the A, middle finger, second fret of the C, index finger, first fret of the G. All right, that's our E7. Then an A7 chord, super easy. Hold the first fret of the C string, and then D minor. So D minor is going to be middle finger on the second fret of the G, ring finger right underneath on the second fret of the C, index finger on the first fret of the E, and then A string open, okay? And sometimes we're going to have our pinky on that third fret of the A string to make it a D minor 7. That makes it just a little bit nicer. Alright, so those are going to be our main chords. C, E7, A7, D minor. Notice how on this E7, our index finger is at the top. On that A7, it drops down a string. On that D minor, it drops down another string. Alright, so it's just going from the top here, boom, from that E7 to the A7 to the D minor. It's just dropping down strings. Alright, so with those chords, this is our main rhythm. We're going to go for the first version, which is a bit easy. We're going to go down for a long strum, so down with our thumb, not our finger. Down, down, and then I come and I play the silence. You don't want to smack it. Please don't smack it. If you're smacking it, it's not going to sound as good. It's going to sound like this. We don't want that. We want it to sound like this. Notice how I'm just playing the silence. I'm not smacking it. I'm cushioning it, okay? Don't smack it, cushion it. Now, how are we going to get that cushioning effect? So we're going to go down with our thumb, long, then a down, and then we bring our hand back. We use this side of our palm, all right? Just this side right here to really cushion it. So down, I lift my hand back up, so down, down, and I bring it up to cushion. So I'm bringing it up. Notice the difference. It's kind of counterintuitive because you feel like you need to bring your hand down to keep it quiet, but no, you bring your hand up to cushion it, all right? So down, down, up. You're playing the silence. Don't smack the silence. So down, down, up, down, down, cushion, down, down 4 times. Then the E7, down, down, cushion. All right, just practice that cushioning effect. So down, down, cushion. And it's hard to practice this with a muted strum. You got to get it with a nice sounding strum. All right, so long, short, long, E7, long, short, long, short, long, short. So practice it nice and slow. Cushion, don't smack. Cushion it on the ups, on the time your hand is going back up. A7. D minor. Alright, and that's our A section right there. So one last time with our soft cushion. Long, short, long, short. that's the first way, cushioning it while using your thumb to strum those notes. And our second method is now going to be using our index finger. So instead of using our thumb and then cushioning like that, we're going to use our index finger. So it's going to sound a little bit brighter because you're using your nail to do that downstroke, what we're usually used to. Alright, so. And then all you do is it's kind of like doing that chuck strum that we looked at once upon a time. So that. But this time you're not playing the chuck, you're not muting and then striking, okay? You're not doing that. You're going long, short, then you bring, once again, the pinky butt right here, all right? This is your pinky, this is butt right here, right over here. You're bringing this side of your hand and you're muting it. So, down, 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 down. The only thing you need to watch out for is you might end up cutting it, you might end up cushioning the sound a little bit too quickly. So don't let me. Alright, you don't want that. You need to have a bit of space. So, long, short, then you cushion. So, long cut, long, short cut, long, short cut. Short cut, long, short cut, long, short cut. Alright? So, it has to still be there. Don't cut it off before it even got there. That's not even short. That's a full-on haircut. That's what we want. This is what we don't want. This is what we want. This is what we don't want. Alright, so let it breathe. So let's try that A section with the second variation. E7. E7. Alright, nice and easy. Make sure it breathes. Alright, and that's our second variation for that nice jazz swing strum. Now our third option for this jazz swing strum is we can use another one of our fingers on the left hand to try and cut out the sound. I've actually seen a couple of you do this before. So if you can do this, then hey, go ahead, you already have an advantage. So for example, if I'm playing my C, and so that means you might have to readjust some of your fingers. You can use your ring finger here and then cut it off with your pinky. See, I'm not smacking it down. If you smack it down, you end up making a sound. No, I'm just letting it collapse on the strings. Alright, but remember, once again, it's very easy to make it too short. Alright, so you have to time it. So, long, short, pinky power. And here I can use all of my fingers if I want. Pinky all the way. Alright, and let's say if I was using this finger, I can bring all my fingers down. But once again, it's mainly the pinky that's doing most of the work. Alright, so those are our three variations. You can use your thumb. It'll sound nice and mellow, so that means you'll really be lowering the volume because you're using your thumb, the soft side, whereas if you use your nail, it's a bit brighter, okay? So, and then you cushion it by bringing your hand back up. Or the second variation, which is use your finger, and then use the side, the karate side of your hand. Or you can go ahead and use one of the fingers on the left hand. So you have three options in order to get that swing jazz strum nice and good. Alright, so we've already done the A section, so we've done quite a bit of the whole song. So let's now put the B section. We're going to do the intro and outro at the end. So let's get our B and C section, then we'll go to our intro and outro. So B section is going to be E7. Then we go to an A minor 7. Now this is way too easy. What is it? You just play, don't even touch a string. The open strings are also known as C6 or A minor 7. Alright. So that B section is E7, A minor 7, nothing. Then we go to a D7. which is middle finger on the second fret of the G, ring finger on the second fret of the E. Make sure you get that good. So second, 0, second, 0. All right, middle is nothing, ring, nothing. All right. Then from that D7, we go back to our D minor, then a G7. So D minor to G7, super easy transition. Keep that index finger there. Drop your middle finger to the second fret of the C. Put your ring finger on the second fret of the A. And then your index finger is going to stay right there on the first fret of the E. All right, so that B section starts off with E7, A minor, D7, then D minor twice, 1, 2, G7 twice, 2. All right, notice how the other ones are 4, but then that D minor, G7, our classic turnaround that takes us back to our A section is only twice. So far for that B section, 2, 3, 4, D7 4 times, 2, 3, D minor twice, 1, 2, G7, 1, 2. Then back to our A section. Then to our C section. So our C section is going to start off nice and easy. So if we finished off with this D minor, all right, what we're going to do is we're just going to remove our ring finger, boom, keep the other fingers on. What chord is that? An F chord. That's where our C section starts, on an F. Make sure you know that. You play that twice. Then you go to an F minor. This is probably the hardest chord in the whole song, but you've done it before, so it shouldn't be hard. It should be in your vocabulary. So F minor is index finger on the first fret of the G, middle finger on the first fret of the E, nothing on the 0 of the C, obviously, because it's 0 on the C string, and then put your pinky on the third fret of the A. All right, so it's going to be 1, 0, 1, pinky. Your ring finger is doing nothing. So index, nothing, middle, pinky. All right, that's your F minor. Nice stretch. The trick to getting this is, just remember, don't have your hand flat. If it doesn't fit, you got to twist. All right, you got to twist it out. So anyone who knows how to twist their hands makes it a lot easier for themselves when they're playing ukulele or violin. That's the secret. You have to know how to twist. Don't have it flat, have it twisted out. Then your fingers can fit a lot better. All right, that's our F minor. We do that twice. All right, so we have F, F minor. Then we go to an E7. Now, quick note here on this E7. In this C section, you have two options. You can play the E7, or you can play an E minor. I personally like the E minor a lot better. It makes it a lot smoother in that C section. But you can play whichever one you want. It still works perfectly fine. But the E minor sounds just a little bit nicer. But it's up to you. I think it sounds a lot nicer. Maybe you might like the E7, okay? So for that C section, E7 or E minor. Then we go to our A7. So once again, once we're doing that E7 or E minor, we just drop our index finger. Then D minor. Now notice, once you get really comfortable with that D minor, feel free to add the pinky on the third fret of the A. That makes it nicer as well. That's called D minor 7. So middle on the second fret of the G, ring finger on the second fret of the C, index finger first fret of the E, pinky on the third fret of the A. Sounds really nice. D minor 7. All right, so once again, we have that E7, A7. Notice how everything's twice. So that F once, twice, F minor once, then twice, then to that E7 or E minor twice, A7 twice, that D minor or D minor 7 twice, G7 twice. So everything in that C section is twice. So after that D minor 7, go to that G7. Okay. So far for that C section, we have da, 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 da. And that's our outro. Alright, so now let's break down our intro and our outro. Our intro and outro are pretty much the same thing, it's just how they finish that's different. So we have our C, super easy. Then we have our C sharp diminished. And all that is you still hold that C note, but now you're going to use your pinky finger. And then we're going to draw a zigzag. So pinky on the 3rd fret of the A, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the E, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the C, and index finger on the 2nd fret of the G. So it goes 2, 3, 2, 3. Alright, so there's a tunnel here and then a tunnel here. Tunnel between the index and middle, and a tunnel between the ring and pinky. And you put those two tunnels next to each other. So it forms a zigzag. Alright, that's our C sharp diminished. So our intro is C, so long, short, long, short. Alright, so da, 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 da. Or, but you don't even have to make it short. You can just go da, 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 da. Alright, and then D minor 7. So that's middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G, ring finger right underneath it on the C, index finger on the 1st fret of the E, that D minor, then that pinky holding that 3rd fret of the A. So notice how we're just having that note, that voice on all those 3 chords, from that C to the C sharp diminished to that D minor 7. That note is just being held. But then the last chord, G7, we let go of it, okay? So, you already know your G7, middle, index, ring, nothing on the G. Alright, so that's our intro and outro. Down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, down, up. So there are 2 different patterns you can use. That's just the that's the one that feels more natural, okay? So you go down, 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 up, down, up. Notice how I'm cutting it. Down, up, down, up. Alright, so down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. Alright, so, and there's a bit more that you can add in to make it feel more natural. I'd usually go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright, so slowly, that second pattern. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And the slightly easier one would be down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Alright? That's all that is. Alright, so now that we have our intro, we pretty much have our outro, because our outro is down, 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 ba, ba, ba. Second time, bum, 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 ba, ba, bum. That's the only thing we really emphasize, that D minor 7 to that G7. And also, if you're not able to get that D minor 7 with that pinky there, then just forget about the pinky. Alright, it's just, you're missing a little extra color. So just practice it, try to get that. But if you can't, forget about it. So, our outro. We finish on that C major 7. So, I go D minor, G7, then I finish with my ring finger right there. Right, so it's easy. From the G7, you just let go of your index and middle, hold, leave your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the A. So that whole outro is once, second time, here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Nice finish. But our intro, we just go straight into it, okay? So let's go from our intro to the whole song, nice and slow. Let's go. A7 D minor. Da da dum. Dum dum da da dum. Dum. B section E7. Dun da dum. Let go, nothing. Dun 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 dun. Da da da. D minor. Da da da. Turn around. Da da. A section. Da da. Comes our C section, F then F minor. Ba, 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 E7. Ba, A7, da, ba, da, D minor. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, outro. Ba, ba. Here we go. Finish. Nice, sweet finish right there. All right, and that is pretty much your rhythm section. So all you have to do is really master that rhythm, okay? Master that rhythm, know the sections you're on, and know the chords. Make sure you have clear chords. Make sure your chords don't sound like... All right, that's mute. That's no way. You should have no excuse to play those chords right now because you've been playing ukulele for such a long time. But now you should be able to press and have full clarity on every single chord. Remember to twist your hand out. That's the secret. If you never knew that from the beginning, now you know. Twist it out and let your fingers do the work. Don't let your hand be so clogged up to the fretboard. You want to have that space, okay? Right there. All right, so practice it. Know your sections. Know the intros, know the outros, and really get that swing jazz rhythm. That's where the money is. If you don't have that, it doesn't sound like swing jazz. It'll just sound like something else. All right, it'll sound very basic instead of... All right, that's what we want. All right, rhythm ukulele player, have fun practicing this, and I really can't wait to hear you and your partner play this as a duet. Have fun practicing.